And good morning. How are you today? Welcome to the Portal Podcast. Uh, Today we'll have episode 3 of the Roman Forum. This is a 20 video part series or episodes, and we'll get started. Before uh, we get started, we got a good treat today. I am thrilled. I found a 3D model that we're going to kind of take a tour on uh, in a little bit after we do the video. But I wanted to take care of a little bookkeep, some notes and stuff. And so, guess what, y'all? It's fall. Yay! The temperature is starting to get a little chillier, a little nippier. And I wanted to say we just got through with Halloween, and here in Los Angeles, in our neighborhood, we had about 200 kids and family members show up for trick or treat. So we were thrilled about that. Our fur babies went absolutely berserk, but you got to expect that. Uh, And also, just wanted to remind you that on Sunday, tomorrow, daylight savings time ends. So we got to reset our clocks, and so it'll be getting darker in the afternoons and it'll be dark in the mornings. A little sad. I like summer. Summer's my favorite time, but I also like fall, and I do love fall. Wintertime, not so much, but I love spring, fall, summer, and it's great. So we got on the 23rd, Thanksgiving. I hope y'all are planning some good times with family members there, and we've got the Christmas season starting. And we also got Christmas starting up, so be planning for your gifts and things. So we'll get started. So today is episode 3 of the Portal. We're in the Roman Forum. If you remember in our past couple of episodes, what you see in the TV screen is what the Roman Forum looks like in its heyday. So, uh, and obviously, it's not that way now in our times. So we're studying history. So we're watching uh, how the Roman Forum looks today and kind of being comparative as to what it was back in the heyday. So yeah, so let's go ahead and, like I said, I got a 3D model. I hope it works out. So just leave comments in the description below. So let's go ahead and get our video for today.
The Roman Forum developed gradually, organically, and piecemeal over many centuries. This is the case despite attempts, with some success, to impose some order there by Sulla, Julius Caesar, Augustus, and others. By the imperial period, the large public building that crowded around the central square had reduced the open area to a rectangle of about 130 by 50 meters. Its long dimension was oriented northwest to southeast and extended from the boot of the Capitoline Hill to that of the Velian Hill. The Forum's basilicas during the imperial period, the Basilica Aemilia on the north and the Basilica Julia on the south, defined its long sides and its final form. The Forum proper included this square, the buildings facing it, and sometimes
So yeah, I am going to, I don't have any notes today as to what was necessarily on the video. What I wanted to do was to concentrate on the 3D model and see if I can get that going. So I hope you find that as a treat. I did. I was thrilled when I saw that. So let me see if I can get that going. Yeah, let me go ahead and organize this a little bit. So what you're looking at is a Sketchfab 3D model of the Roman Forum as it exists today. And so we'll start out at the Coliseum because I personally like sports, and so yeah. So we'll kind of do a tour of this. Let me know what you think about it. So we'll start out in the tour. So we'll start out the Coliseum. So there you go. So there you go. So we're starting. Okay. So there's the Coliseum, and what it is a monumental three-tiered Roman amphitheater. And this amphitheater or stadium, they didn't really call it a stadium, but it was an amphitheater, was once used for gladiator games. It also had, as you remember in a previous episode, they had flooded this Coliseum with water and had some Navy ship battles in here. Now, these are not large ships, they were more kind of like sailing ships, but smaller in format. And let me see if I can hide this. There we go. So you can get a full view. But yeah, so this is some framework that you see in there to hold up the existing structure. And they used to have kind of like cloth shades, I guess, that would roll out sort of like a stadium today, where it would roll out to shade, provide shading to the government officials and the very important people in the day of Rome. Of course, the normal common folk would just sit out and bake out in the sun. So that's kind of the way it goes. And so it's very much like a stadium, not too far removed from today. So now we kind of go to the Arch of Constantine Arch. It's a 21-meter high Roman structure. This is made up of three arches decorated with figures and battle scenes. And this is the Temple of Venus in Rome. Emperor Hadrian designed the hilltop temple complex museum used for occasional public events. And this is the Arch of Titus right here, a triumphal arch with inscriptions and sculptures honoring the military victories of Emperor Titus. Then this is the Parco Archeologica del Coliseo, vast archaeological zone encompassing ancient sites like the Colosseum, Circus Maximus, and the Forum in this area right here. And for six, this is the remains of the House of the Vestals. There were ancient statues in the Roman Forum situated beside remains of an old atrium and palace. And this is Antonius and Faustina Temple right here. It's an ancient Roman temple built by Emperor Antoninus. on his wife's death in 141 AD with a noted freeze. Okay. And number 8, the I guess the second Tempio de Discori temple ruins with 4 Corinthian columns dedicated to the mythical twin gods built circa 4th century BC. Number 8. And this is number 9. It's a column of focus, a fluted marble column dedicated to an emperor added to the Roman Forum in the 7th century AD. And number 10, right here, the Temple of Pasia, and Titus. These are ruins of the 1st century dynasty temple with 3 remaining columns and an inscribed architrave. Not sure what an architrave is. And back to the Colosseum. So what I'll do is I'll turn these off and we'll kind of do our own walkthrough. Okay. So I'll zoom in. I'll see if I can get, ooh. So what you're seeing is a 3D model. And of course it's resolution dependent. These are polygons that make up this. So the more polygons you would have, the more detail that you would see in the model. So this is the best that you can see right now, but I'll kind of explore around on the Colosseum right here as you're going around. And we'll come back on the back side. So this is the Arch of Constantine. Again, it was a 21-meter high Roman structure made up of 3 arches decorated with figures and battle scenes. So let's see if I can zoom in there. Let's kind of see. Hopefully, we can get uh, some of the battle scenes that you can kind of see. It's hard to see because of the resolution, but that's kind of what it looked like there. 3 arches. Okay. And then I'm trying to get this was the Temple of Venus in Rome. Emperor Hadrian designed the hilltop temple complex museum used for occasional public events. So let's kind of zoom in there. So kind of like show what it, and I'm not sure what these pot marks, but I've seen these before in buildings in like war situations where artillery pieces, fragments did that. Of course, it could be a result of weathering and such, just general age. So you can kind of see what it looked like. It was a big building, and it looks like it had a courtyard in there, right there, and a tower right there. And we'll look at this in the future as well as it goes on. But that's the back side of it. I'm not sure what that is. Of course, that's a modern road of today. Let's see what this is. It doesn't have. I remember seeing that. Today they got like a huge movie screen right here. And it, obviously, what they're doing today, these are probably chairs where you can watch concerts and things like that today. So you got, modern cars parking there. Wow. So this is the Roman Forum area, and if you remember, it's rectangular in shape. 3. So 4, kind of touring another arch, and this was the Arch of Titus. Sorry, triumphal arch with inscription sculptures honoring the military victories of Emperor Titus. So yeah, it's just the one. Alrighty, let's see, 5. We'll kind of zoom in. Still trying to figure out how to maneuver here. So 5, this is the Parco Archeologico del Colosseo, vast archaeological zone encompassing ancient sites like the Colosseum, Circus Maximus, and the Forum. So it's really the whole thing. Uh, 6 is the House of Vestal remains, ancient statues in the Roman Forum situated beside the remains of an old atrium palace. Looks like right there. Let me see if I can zoom in on there. Kind of get down in there. Yeah, House of Vestals. Yeah, right there. And then 7, we passed by this a little few minutes ago. This is Antonio's Faustina Temple, ancient Roman temple built by Emperor Antonius on his wife's death in 141 AD with a noted frieze. I think what that means is like a dedication thing. So, like somewhere right in there, kind of a frieze with some inscriptions. So, trying to figure out how to maneuver. There we go. Translate. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So we can, I'm getting it. So again, uh, you got to remember that this is a 3D model with a relatively low polygon resolution. So that's why it kind of looks like it's flowing like a candle that's been melted. But you kind of got to you can get an idea of what it looked like right there, pretty detailed. That's the bottom of it, of the model. So yeah, so A was the Tipio di Scoria. It's a temple ruins with 4 Corinthian columns dedicated to the mythical twin gods built circa 4th century BC. So let me zoom in on that. Whoops, went too far. So obviously, if it were 4, a piece of it has broken off there, looks like, or somewhere. And then 9, that was the column of focus, fluted marble column dedicated to an emperor added to the Roman Forum in 7th century AD. So, kind of like what it looked like. focus. Let's zoom in on 10. I wish it were a little bit higher resolution, but yeah, it'll work. It's a Temple of Vespasian and Titus right there. Ruins of a first century dynasty temple with three remaining columns and an inscribed architrave. Uh, yes, right there. Obviously, these are modern roads uh, to get around in the Roman Forum area. It's very walkable, by the way. Kind of, it's a large, like a large park. Whoops, went a little too far. I forgot what this. Oh, that's that built, building there. I remember it. It was discussed in the first video. This building. Now, a lot of these buildings actually are still being used today. They really are. Isn't that amazing? I mean, it's still being used today. There's the Coliseum way down there. Yeah. But anyway, that's what it looks like. Now, who do we have to thank for this model? It comes from Sketchfab, and it was created by Liven Seal. So credit goes to Liven Seal. You can purchase it on Sketchfab for $24.99, and it's a Colosseum Roman Forum, Rome, Italy 3D model. So, so thank you. Uh, so yeah, so this is my office at Exploration TV. Um, so I just thought I'd let you see that. In the near future, we're going to have our Table Talk studio opening. I'll have to, I don't have it with me right now. Uh, but I'll get it the next time and show you that. So we're real proud of it, ready to get that. And I'm hoping that my wife will join us on the table talk. So at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, join us for the table talk. Today we'll be talking about the win, the World Series win of the Texas Rangers. So that'll be starting at 10 o'clock today. So again, the portal, the way it is meant to kind of flow is like you go through the portal that you see in the opener screen, and you wind up through the worm, going through the wormhole back in ancient Rome. And this is my Roman villa. Little in a few several episodes from now, I'm still trying to get all the views and stuff. I'll do a little house tour, Roman villa tour of this. This was, by the way, generated in DALL-E. E. That's an artificial intelligence app. So yeah, uh, I thought it turned out pretty neat. And so it's like a library study. So this is where it would be the studio or the study where I have the portal. at least for now. Sometime in the future it may change. I don't know, but I kind of like it. So let's see. I think we've been going 30 minutes. I'm trying to keep them to around 20 minutes or so. But I had that 3D model that it was just I was itching to show, and so hopefully that you enjoyed that. I'll let you go ahead and see the video once again because, as I said before, it's hard to kind of look at a video and kind of capture it. So if you can see it twice, and it's only like 60 seconds. So we're doing these in 60-second increments videos, and there's 20 of them, and this is the third one. So I have found in the past as teaching and stuff that at least for history and math, um, the attention span of people is, or kids or adults even, is very low. And so my goal is to kind of create a podcast about history, art, society, culture, things like that, and put you actually in realism, sort of like a virtual reality mode, augmented reality, whatever you can do. Say so to actually kind of put you in that space, in that time, so that you can kind of get an appreciation for the history of it and the architecture and the society, in this case, Rome, ancient Rome. So let me go ahead and let you see the video again, and I'll see you on the other side.
The Roman Forum developed gradually, organically, and piecemeal over many centuries. This is the case despite attempts, with some success, to impose some order there by Sulla, Julius Caesar, Augustus, and others. By the imperial period, the large public building that crowded around the central square had reduced the open area to a rectangle of about 130 by 50 meters. Its long dimension was oriented northwest to southeast and extended from the boot of the Capitoline Hill to that of the Velian Hill. The Forum's basilicas during the imperial period, the Basilica Aemilia on the north and the Basilica Julia on the south, defined its long sides and its final form. The Forum proper included this square, the buildings facing it, and sometimes
All righty. Well, I'll go ahead and bring the podcast 3 to a close. And today's Saturday. We're in the thick of college football. Alabama will be playing at 4:45 Pacific Standard Time, so it's a night game. So there are a lot of other good games going. So if you're a football fan like I am, enjoy your day. Good time to cook out. Get s'mores, being that it's getting a little cooler weather now in the evening times, and do some s'mores and just sit outside and enjoy the season. I love fall. I love spring, but my favorite's summer because obviously you can do more activities and things. So wherever you are, I hope you have a wonderful Saturday, and thank you for joining us on episode 3 of the Portal podcast. If you have any comments on the 3D model or anything in general regarding this, the Roman Forum, please leave it in the descriptions, comments below. And you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to set your time. I forget. I think it's 4. Anyway, set your time on Sunday, and enjoy and hope you have a productive next week. Y'all take care, my friends. See you later.
What you do, you into me, but I can't let it go so easily until I see what it's